in the ID3. We have got 61 kilometers range. I'm going to take this car to the Ionity City North charger, which is 31 kilometers, so I've got twice the range. It's assuming, I presume, what speeds I'm going to be doing, because it's a motorway. It knows it's via the M1. It says it's 23 minutes away. I have information that it's currently available. There's 2 charge points. It can do up to 350 kilowatt. Not quite useful to me because this car will do 100 at the moment. But there's a few things. It has to have less than 15% range to do the higher speed, and the battery temperature has to be 30 degrees Celsius. So fingers crossed both those 2 things work out, and then we're really going to be lashing charge into this car. And we'll cover some of the range on the route on the motorway as well. So let's get started. Alright, so we're on the M1 in Dublin. It's 12 degrees, so you know we're out of a space that you could sort of say is a bit cold for an EV, generally speaking. We're in the sat-nav. It is 23 kilometers to our destination, and the range here is 46 kilometers, so we still have enough charge. Since I charged this car, I've done 183 kilometers, average 21 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is still quite high. I don't know if that's a combination of my foot temperature, shorter journeys, of which most of my journeys, like I'll do 35 kilometers a day. That's generally 10 kilometers to work, 10 kilometers home, driving around, picking up a child or 2, stuff like that. So I've done that, and I've got 40 kilometers left in the tank. I've still got full aircon on. I'm not in any eco mode, so you could in theory call that 220 kilometers out of a full charge for this week. Now, for the skeptical people, when it comes to EVs, they might be saying, oh yeah, but like, you know, I want to be able to drive the speed limit on a motorway and not be worrying about having to slow down for getting to a charger. So I've deliberately also left the car, we're at 14% now, 13%. So I've deliberately let it get down to this level of charge. So again, just over 25 or so kilometers, 44 left. We're doing 120 kilometers an hour. I'm not slowing down because I'm in an EV. I will dramatically increase that range if I drop down to 100 kilometers per hour. But I'm gonna actually really just put it to the test today and let it play out. Kind of worst case scenario. The stuff that will, I've no doubt, have people going, oh, is he gonna make it? I hope I make it. Also using the radar, so you can see picking up cars in front, radar guided cruise, ACC as it's called. I'm now on 9%. I have a warning over here saying, please charge your vehicle. You can search for a charging station nearby. And yeah, I'm on 28 kilometers. I'm still though, I'm just gonna bump that up again. I'm gonna put that back up to 120 so no one can say, yeah, you had to slow down. 9% range, 28 kilometers, 120 kilometers an hour. There we go. There's also a little tab there on the map, so I had like a charge, like a plug. I clicked on that. It brought me nearer places that I could charge the car, but obviously I don't want to do that because I'm going to Ionity City North. It's 3 minutes away. It's 5 kilometers away. I've got 8% battery, 23 kilometers. Come on! For those of you asking as well, yesterday I was on 43% battery and I'd done 121 kilometers since I charged. So the difference on that now is 202 kilometers. Again, we were at 121, so I've done 80 plus, and that range has obviously gone from 43% down to 7. Alright, we are taking the exit. The car notices we're going from a 120 to an 80, so it's slowing down without me even touching it. I'm not even touching the brake, and the car is now slowing down. A combination of the fact that it knows there's a car in front and bang, we've gone to an 80 kilometer zone. So for those combined reasons, it has slowed down. Now, here we are, taking the exit of this fine Ionity establishment. We have got 18 kilometers, 6%. I'm driving in. The 2 Ionity charging spaces are empty, so that's a good start. No waiting around. Got a bit of range left, about 6%. I have my card. Opening both ports, because this is CCS. Okay, it's quite a lump of a yoke. Okay, so we are charging. It was doing 102 kilowatts as soon as that kicked off. It will take 60 minutes to get to 100%, and we've gone from 5 to 7% in a couple of seconds. As soon as I plugged it in, I got 102 kilowatts, which is exactly what I came here for, which really does fly along in the charge. Like you're talking like 7 kilometers per minute that you're sitting here for. Idea of these chargers is they're quite expensive if you're paying for it yourself. So you're here for maybe 20 minutes, get some juice in. To get the car full to 100%, I need to be here for 60 minutes. But no one uses these chargers for that long. 1, because they're in a hurry, and 2, because of the cost of them. So it's just easier to get in and get out and just get that extra bit to get you home, or complete your journey from Dublin to Belfast or to Donegal, or whatever the idea is. That's the idea of these Ionities, is to get you a serious injection and then get on your way again. And to give you an idea of that speed, in 8 minutes I have gone from 5% to 26%. Now the other thing is you can slide this, so you can make the car charge to 80% or 100%. So again, for people who always ask, okay, how long does it take to get to 0 to 80? That's, or 20% even to 80. That is absolutely one figure. It's kind of the go-to range test and time test that people go to. But even at that, if I plugged in here for those 10 minutes, I've gone from having a very small amount of charge, like 16 kilometers, to 113 kilometers. So I'm going to wait here a bit longer, but I could be gone and on my way. Another thing you can do with the ID3, and in fact an awful lot of electric cars, is you can program in the car to start preheating the interior before you leave in the morning. So it's a really nice way of never having to de-ice a windscreen ever again. You can do it by day. You don't get up as early at weekends. You don't want it on, you can turn it off. You can use it to preheat the car from the power source if you're plugged in at a charger at home, but the ID3 equally can preheat the interior even if it's not connected to a cable. If it has enough range, it will be able to do it for you. Another thing since we've been on the first episode was, and it opened my eyes to energy companies, and there are other companies in Ireland. If you shop around, I was aware of them, but I didn't realise how much. You could go from 19 cent down to 12. And lots of you have commented on the video comments, and please do keep doing that. If you have an EV, you're thinking about an EV, just comment, because everyone's helping everyone here. But some of you have said you're able to charge your car at a night rate for €4.50. And that's pretty good going. $4.50 to charge an ID3. In my case, generally 5 to 6 days is all I need for one charge. That's all I need for 5 to 6 days worth of driving. So in theory, I would be doing maybe €20 a month, maybe, to keep a car like this on the road. And that really is something to think about. One more hack from some of the ID3 owners, and if you have one and you've got a hack, let us know. The rear button is pressed to open the rear windows. If you hold that down for a longer period, it'll flash. And you can open all, including the camera window, all the windows at the same time. That's pretty handy. So hold down your rear button, job done. And to just clear up that question, from 46% to what we were at about was about 5%. That was about 60 kilometers ish. But that really does depend on so many, like that's one day, that's how much you'll get from 46 to 1. Another day it could be more, another day it could be less. It's not really, there's no standardized range in that percentage variance. Another question someone left below is insurance costs. What are they like? So if you have an EV and you've got a quote on it, I'm hearing mixed stories. Some places where it's the exact same, maybe a little bit less, and others where some companies are refusing to quote. Why? Why is that? Has anyone been given a reason? If you've been searching around for a quote, please comment below and let us know. Another area I wanted to talk about was the app. So I've registered on this and it's very handy to use. You can obviously preheat the car. Here you can see as I'm charging how long it will take me to get to 360 kilometers. You can turn the aircon on or off from your app even if you're in the house. The next update should allow you to do time charging from this. Some people have said that doesn't work too well at the moment, so they just start the charge. You can actually track the car, so if someone else is driving your ID3, you'll know exactly where they are. It's a nice little thing to have, especially if you did forget to time the charging or whatever to preheat the car, you can do that from the touch of a button. Oh yeah, it is important to say as well, as you get closer to that 100% or 80% or whatever you set, especially 80% and above, it's going to slow down how fast the car can charge to preserve the longevity of the battery. So it doesn't charge at that speed all the way to the end. One important thing to point out, it will slow right down. 67%, we're now getting 5 kilometers where we were getting at least 8. And again, really important to see, in that time we have whacked in 214 kilometers. For those of you also wondering, will I be able to get the next version of the software on the car before this Living With series ends? I might have some news in the next episode. That was a 32 kilometer trip from the Ionity charger. I did motorway speeds at a sustained 120 kilometers for a while. Pretty much just obeyed whatever the speed limit was, I stuck at that, but a lot of it was 120. 32 kilometers, 21.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. That used 11% because we left with 82. So 11% to do 30 odd on a motorway at 120 kilometers an hour. Hopefully that helps for the motorway users who are just asking about that stuff in particular. One more hack. Hold one of the buttons and then you can make any of these your shortcut. And you can just swipe down every time you have it picked and go straight to whatever it is. Maybe you like your heat. Whatever it is, you can create a shortcut. What about steering wheel heat? Oh yeah. Bring that up there. You do also have dark mode and bright mode. I'm sure everybody knows that though. Just in case you don't. So yeah. Now I have a shortcut to my steering wheel heating. Delicious. Any more hacks? Let us know. Is the motorway range fairly stable? Yes, especially at 120, and you'll get more out of it at 100 if you go over the speed limit. Not that you would be, you're going to use more range. Obviously, this solution is really, really fast. You're not going to use it all the time because it's quite expensive, but it works. I still love the idea of having a charger at home because it's just so much easier. And now that we've learned about night rates and stuff and how cheap you can get your energy if you shop around, it really is like $4.50 to charge that car is incredible value. Next episode, we'll cover a few more hacks, a bit more what it's like now, a further week. So I'm going to rely on the smaller 50 kilowatt real public charger solutions for the next episode. But if there's something you want to know, if you have something you're curious about, if you want to leave a comment, all those things, that's what below is for. Thank you for watching. Weather's shocking. I'm jumping back inside. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. And hit the notification button for the next episode of Living With An ID3. Thanks for watching.